Ayer was a British philosopher best known for his radical take on the nature of truth and meaning in language. Born in 1910, Ayer became one of the leading voices of logical positivism, a movement inspired by the Vienna Circle, which was captivated by the power of science and mathematical logic. Ayer wanted to rid philosophy of what he saw as nonsensical debates, arguing instead that philosophy should be more like science, grounded in observable reality. His 1936 book, Language, Truth and Logic, shook the philosophical world with its daring simplicity and strong emphasis on clarity and meaning. Central to Ayer's argument is something called the verification principle. This principle is straightforward. A statement is only meaningful if it can be confirmed through experience or logical deduction. In simpler terms, for a sentence to be true or false in any meaningful way, there should be a way to verify it. If we say, for instance, the sky is blue, it's meaningful because we can check it by looking up at the sky. Or consider, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. We can verify this by conducting a straightforward experiment. But Ayer didn't demand certainty. He knew absolute certainty is often out of reach. Instead, he claimed we only need probable confirmation. If a claim can be confirmed enough to make it reasonable, it's meaningful. Statements that can't even potentially be confirmed are to Ayer empty. Ayer's ideas also led to a theory known as emotivism, which addresses moral statements like stealing is wrong. Emotivism argues that such statements don't actually describe the world, they express our feelings about the world. When someone says stealing is wrong, they're not stating a fact, they're expressing disapproval. So, moral statements are like saying boo to stealing. They don't tell us something about the world itself, they tell us about the speaker's emotions. This approach had radical implications for many areas of philosophy. In particular, it led Ayer to dismiss metaphysics as meaningless, such as those about the nature of reality or the absolute, failed the verification principle. Take F.H. Bradley's assertion in Appearance and Reality. The absolute enters into, but is itself incapable of, evolution and progress. There's no experiment, no observation, and no logical process that could confirm or disprove this statement. Ayer argued that such statements aren't even wrong, they're meaningless, simply beyond our ability to make sense of. And Ayer's skepticism didn't stop with metaphysics. Even though he was an atheist, he insisted that claims about the existence or non-existence of God were also meaningless. According to Ayer, God exists and God does not exist are equally unverifiable, as they make claims about the realities we can never confirm. Ayer, debating God's existence was akin to debating whether an invisible, undetectable being lives in the clouds, meaningless in the truest sense of the word. Instead, Ayer championed naturalism, the view that philosophy should be grounded in observable phenomena, just like natural sciences. He believed that philosophy's role was to clarify language and understanding, not to make grand pronouncements about the nature of reality. Ayer hoped to limit philosophers to statements that, if not directly testable, at least made logical sense. Language, Truth and Logic concludes by emphasizing that philosophy should seek clarity and avoid confusion. Ayer urged future philosophers to prioritize statements that contribute to our understanding of the world, rather than statements that add more fog. His work continues to provoke debate, particularly around how we define meaning and truth. Advanced if it abandoned untestable theories and focused on making sense of the world we experience.